in for real this time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Welcome to Stay
And Slay.
with Mel
and Krissy.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room here.
Oh my god, we have a special guest today. What's her name? Did we name her?
She actually doesn't have a name. Do you want to hear the backstory?
Yeah, Mel, tell us about this beautiful painting behind us.
Okay, so this beautiful painting behind us is a painting that my grandma made. She was an artist, and the other painting that was in here, the last 2 episodes, was also hers. But we wanted to like spice up the background with what we own because
no, truthfully though, we both adore this painting.
We do. So
can I open it?
Open her up.
Never mind. No, it's okay.
Okay. This. Close it.
She's closed. Okay, we're gonna have to leave it. We would open it up.
This painting, like, what the hell is it? You know, like, who is that?
I love it.
I love it so much, and everyone in my family was like shitting on me for loving it because they think it's weird.
I feel like I am the type to like love the ugly duckling.
Me too.
Like I adore it.
Me too.
Because no one else loves it.
Stop. That's so sad.
Well, I mean, you're the one who said that, not me.
Yeah. But anyway, so my mom literally stored it away in our crawl space.
And we grabbed her.
And we grabbed her for the episode because I love her. Like, wherever I go, this thing's coming with me. So if you guys are scared, sorry. Like, let us know if you are scared of her.
Should she come back? Should she stay in the crawl space?
We won't have her come back.
Let us know if she should stay in the crawl space.
Yeah. I love you. We should name her someday.
Someday.
It'll come to us. What do you guys want to name her? Let us know.
We were waiting for you to reply.
For you to answer. Anyway.
What are we talking about today, Mel?
Well, according to our feedback, thank you.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the 2 people who left us suggestions on what we should talk about.
Yeah.
And what do you want to hear from us?
Because we want to make this like a conversation.
Right. You guys are a part of this conversation, so
yeah.
If you ever need us to talk about something, leave it in the comments or wherever you're watching. Message us. We're not famous, so
you can literally text us.
We thrive off of the feedback, negative or positive. We do. We've had some honest people.
Yeah, we have.
But it like helps us grow. So like lay it on us.
Lay it on us.
Lay it on us.
We're having fun. We're just 2 girls.
Right, we're just 2 girls. We're just 2 girls. Of course we're gonna start a podcast.
We're just 2 girls. Of course we're gonna start a podcast.
But no, for real, what are we talking about?
Okay, so today I wanted to talk about how you always hear in life, okay, you need to love yourself before you can love someone else.
Right. I like thought I made that up. Like I thought I started that.
Why?
I'm one of those people.
Oh, because you were always
when I realized it growing up, you know, when like, because there's a point in your life where you like realize that's true. You said everyone says you need to love yourself first.
Right.
Like I swear there was a moment where I thought I made that up growing up. Like
okay.
I thought I birthed that. Like, I thought I remember, I don't know what was going on in my life, but I was like, how am I going to expect anyone to love me if I don't love myself? And I like, little me, little me had that thought before I read that.
Wait, that's a slay for you.
Right, I know. So I swore, I came up with it. I swore that was me. But apparently everyone else says it too. But it's true. It's true. But
yeah.
I think
is true.
That's something that's like easier said than done.
Right.
And like people act like it's a switch that you just flip in your brain, but there's a lot behind it. And I think that's like what we're trying to talk about today.
Yeah. Because it's not a switch.
It's not a switch. It's not just so easy to love yourself.
No.
It's a process.
It is. It's a long process.
Right. So like I want to hear your experience. I feel like you have a lot to share.
I do.
Because we talked about it a little bit last episode.
Yeah, we kind of did. I loved myself, but I didn't realize until today, now that I've like been single for years and I'm like,
For years. For so long.
Kidding, it hasn't been that long. But just like finally being completely okay and like in tune with myself and who I am. I think before that I just like thought I loved myself, but I didn't really. I think deep down I had like kind of like fear of, I don't know, like a fearful attachment style.
Attachment styles.
Oh, we can get into that. We can get into that maybe later.
Maybe later.
But yeah, I guess I had a fear of being alone, and I think that was really like anxiety induced when I was younger. Because I was like so in my head all the time with my anxiety. I think it was really nice for me to like always have someone there, like whether it was a boyfriend or like a best friend. Like I always needed like someone to be there to validate me and reassure me, because in my head,
that's so true.
I just felt like I had anxiety. I've dealt with it my whole life. And I think like in my head in high school and like most of college, I think I didn't even realize how much I relied on others.
Right. I mean, it's also just a lot more comfortable to go through life with someone else.
Right.
But that's like not always the case.
And it's not like the way to go.
It's not the way to go.
You know? I think
if you can't grow unless you're alone.
Yeah.
I like love
change is growth.
Is growth, yeah.
Like if you don't make a change.
But also it's like you have to be comfortable because things can change so fast.
Yes.
Like with a best friend or a boyfriend.
Yes.
Or whatever it is. You're going to be alone at some point in your life.
Yes.
You got to be comfortable with that.
Yes. 100%. And like if someone, you know, leaves you, whatever, who do you have? Yourself.
Right.
Like you have to be loyal to yourself first.
Right.
Before anybody else.
In the end of the day, it's just you.
Exactly.
It's just you and your little brain.
You only got you.
What'd you say?
Well,
you said something about your minds, and you have to make it a great place to be.
I said, oh my God, wait, I ate with that.
Yeah, quoting Mel.
I said, oh, you're always in your mind. Like, make it a good place to be.
But like, it's true. Like, it's just you and your mind.
In one of my relationships, I just was really blindsided, and the way it ended was completely like out of my control, and kind of like
you lost control.
I didn't have control of the situation, and kind of brought me to this like reality of like, okay, this is it. I was like, this is it. Right. I am gonna be the best version of myself, because in that moment, I was like, I only have myself.
Right.
Like, it's just me.
It's so true.
And that's when I really was like, okay, I'm going to go on this healing journey, and I'm going to become the best version of myself, like, for me. Like, I finally felt like I was at a point of, like, this is for me. Yes, living for myself, not, like, in the hopes of, like, pleasing others or, like, you know, making friends or finding
it's almost like if you have people in your life, like it makes you feel important, like, you know, like if you're in a relationship, like that makes you so important.
And I
like that's almost your purpose, but your purpose is actually to like take care of yourself, you know, and be there for yourself.
Like that's a great point that you just said too, because I think I used to
purpose in other people.
Find purpose in other people, and I'm not like that at all anymore, you know?
I mean,
because that's not the purpose of life.
I feel like even though I didn't date till I was 21, I still, like, of course I had thoughts, like, growing up, like, why doesn't anyone love me, you know? You know, like, of course I had thoughts like that, and then when I finally got a boyfriend, it's, like, almost like dating is growth in itself, too, because my first boyfriend, like, I like to think I had standards, but I had no standards.
Oh, I know, right?
I was just so happy to be, like, wanted. Like, it was just, like, oh, my God, I have a boyfriend. Yay.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like, it didn't last very long, and I was so dramatic because it was my first breakup. But yeah, just
Take
talking about like, not that you have to date somebody to grow, but I feel like after that, I had such like an awakening almost, where I was like, why would I let my happiness go out the window because someone dumped me?
Right.
I was just like, come on, Krissy.
Right.
We're picking ourselves back up. I've only told a few people about this because it's like, kind of silly, but
I love silly.
there was a day, and it was while I was dating my first boyfriend, but I don't think he had much to do with it because it was my 21st birthday weekend.
Yeah.
I went to go see Flume in Chicago.
Yes.
And I was with my bestest friends, that weekend alone was the best weekend of my life, but like being at Flume, I remember I've been a fan of Flume for years.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot that
Never Be Like You.
Never Be Like You, sorry, I'm blinking. When Never Be Like You played, I kind of forgot that was even his song because I never listened to him for that song.
Yeah.
But when it came on, I remember Shay was like, I know this one.
What?
Yeah, she said that. It's in my video. It's her going, I know this one.
Like the most played song.
Know, it's so funny though, like
it's
to
so
think about that. But when that song played specifically, we had Rail, which is like front row at the rave.
Okay.
The whole time. Rail. Yeah, Rail. Like I had rail bruises on my arms for like being on Rail.
You had Rail. Yeah,
I had the rail bruise, but
okay.
It was our first time on Rail. It was just really exciting for
I've never heard that term. I'm
little baby like, raver at the time.
I'm kind of like shocked that you just like said that.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Okay.
Like
I'm new in like
you
the
could
rave
have Rail
community.
at like you could have Rail though at like a rap con. Like you could like
okay.
Like in a GA, like that's front row having your Rail because there's like literally a Rail.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I get it.
I remember like being there and being so happy, and in that moment I was like, I'm peaking. Like this is my happiest moment.
Yeah.
And then going back to that moment, like I just told myself, like after the breakup, I was like, I need to be Flume happy again.
Yeah.
Like all on my own.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, like to this day, I still like chase after my Flume happy.
Yeah.
Even though like I might even be more happy than Flume happy, but like Flume happy is what I go for. And I want that all on my own. Like I don't want that from anyone else.
Yes.
Like I hate when I get upset because of how like someone else treats me or like something didn't work out. Like I hate that because no, I'm better than that. Like no, I'm better than that.
No, I agree. I totally agree with that. It takes like an awakening like that.
It takes time.
Yeah. And
it does not need to happen in a breakup with your first boyfriend. Like it doesn't have to happen like that. But like for me, like that's how it happens.
It's truly my first awakening of like, okay,
when you're lonely,
I'm by myself.
When you grow.
Yeah. So that's when like I was in my era of like journaling. I like ordered these cute journals.
I've tried so hard to be a journaler. My hand just starts to hurt.
Same. That's my issue.
I like my notes app, but like I don't. It's not like a religious practice, but like I do use my notes app sometimes.
Oh,
like when I have a beautiful thought, I'm like write that down.
My notes
write that
app.
down. I feel like for me,
the
realization that I needed to love myself was that I realized I spend so much time making everyone else happy.
Yeah.
Like that's like I'm always trying to make everyone else happy.
Yeah.
That, like I almost need to focus on like me being happy first.
Right.
And there's like that saying like you can't pour into other people's cups if you're half empty.
Yeah.
So like you need to fill your own cup so you can over pour into other people's cups.
Yeah. Well, and it's along with that, it's kind of like you need to be so secure with yourself and like your whole so that someone else can be an addition.
Right.
Your friendships are an addition to you. Your relationships.
You are the only person like that I guess that I've talked to about it, but like no one I know has said like I'm content in life. If somebody comes into my life, it's an addition.
Yeah, it is.
And once you said that to me, I was like, that's how I was living.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so go with the flow. Like, if I met somebody, like, at the bar, like, wherever, like, someone pops up in my life, I'm not going to get excited about it because I'm happy with life.
Yeah.
So if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like,
they just kind of assume you're like sad about being single, and
Right.
they're like, don't
Oh my
worry.
God. Oh my God.
They're like, don't
Like the
worry, like you're
stereotype.
gonna find someone. And I'm like,
Yes, there's someone out there for you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not like worried. Like,
That,
if it comes, it
that's
comes.
so true.
Obviously, I love to
You
like,
go to family parties and they're like,
yeah, they're
don't
like,
worry,
don't worry.
there'll be someone out there. Like that's always how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what else I hate though?
What?
Being single at this age and being like, you know, we've got our lives together. We're cute. We're pretty.
Yeah.
I'd say we're pretty. But like, that's a red flag for people. Like, how could you be that attractive?
Well, I think men find that intimidating.
They do. Well, they find it intimidating, but a lot of the times it's like, you're single, but why?
Yeah.
And that's toxic.
I hate when people say that to me. They'll be like, how are you single? I'm like, I don't know, because I am.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely had those thoughts about other people, like, but how are you single?
Yeah.
Like, if you've got it all, then why are you single?
Well, I think for you and me, we're just like, we're just so content with ourselves.
We love our jobs.
Yeah.
Which is so important. It's just so important to be okay alone and love your life and the purpose you give it. Because, I mean, in the end of the day, you are the one who gives yourself purpose.
Yeah.
You know, like, you just really need to love where you are and yourself.
Yeah, like, if you are miserable and you want to make a change and you're able to make that change, you're the only one that is gonna get yourself to do it.
Right, and I always preach you can't help somebody who can't help themselves.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I'd love to, like, pull everyone out of that hole of, like, you know, misery, like you said, like, I can't. Because if they can't, like, start at step one, like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah. You know what also I just thought of, what also helped me, like, really want to focus on, like, healing, like, my self-healing, was I had spent so much time, like, years in relationships where I was just, like, fixing these people.
Yeah.
You know? And
I hear that all the time.
it was just so, like, looking back, so draining, so exhausting. And once I started putting that energy into, like, healing myself and focusing on myself, I'm not here to, like, deal with your problems anymore. Like, obviously everyone has their problems and everyone's, you know, going through something, but it's like, I'm not going to take anything that isn't uplifting me. And again, in addition to me.
Right. It's like you need to find, like, the person for you. They also need to, like, be in that same mindset.
Yeah.
Of, like, you know, no one will ever be more important than yourself.
Yeah. Like, sorry.
We take care of ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, this has always been my biggest thing because I kind of suck at it. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Having boundaries.
Yeah.
You need to
I kind of suck at it too.
You need to have boundaries because if you don't, people are going to cross them.
Yeah.
And then you're the one who's upset. You're the one who gets hurt.
Yep.
Like, boundaries in everywhere of every point in your life, relationship, friendship, yourself.
Yeah.
All of it.
What's, like, an example of a boundary that you set?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You know, we mingle.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever said.
That was so, like, millennial.
You know, well, for me, I'm like, we're, like, young. We can go date. And, like,
yeah, obviously we're not here, like, sitting in our basement, like
hiding from the men.
No, we're not hiding.
You know what's so funny about us, though?
We kind of do.
We like, talk about this stuff. But when we meet people, we kind of get scared. When we have to go on a first date.
Oh my God, if I go on a first date, I'm like,
I just remember when we first started being friends, you were, like, going on this first date with this guy.
Yeah.
And he, like, invited you to his hot tub and you couldn't go. You got too nervous to stay with him.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. First date, I'm throwing up, I'm dry heaving, I'm shaking.
Yeah, like, I'm not okay. I can't eat.
Yeah.
I can't eat.
We're so funny for that. Here we are. Like,
and we're like, yeah, like.
But, you know, we are at the age where, like, we can go out and we can meet people.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, like, this is what I called it in college, the one strike rule.
Okay.
Like, I will give somebody my time of day until they strike out. And
Okay, and
that
what's your
strike,
example of a strike?
so like that strike is just like whatever I want it to be.
Okay.
Like they make me upset once, bye.
Yeah.
Like I want the best for me.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
and that sounds crazy, but I literally did follow it.
You
and
know what?
I mean, I don't really meet
Good for
people
you.
anymore, but
Good for you, because I didn't do that, and
right.
it could have saved me a lot of
Which
headaches.
is why I started. Like,
Yeah.
why the first time. Okay, so how do you take care of yourself?
How do I take care of myself?
Yeah, that's like the next thing. Because we're talking about how to love ourselves, but we really have to emphasize on the how.
Yeah.
Per Miranda Rex Road.
Okay, you know what?
Per feedback.
Yeah. You know what else really helped me heal myself? I'd like to talk about like my healing journey.
Please.
Because that's how I
Give it to us.
got
Give it
here.
to the people.
And unfortunately, like, it's trauma.
What?
Rejection is redirection, or
Aww.
things that happen in your life are meant to happen to put you on a path for something bigger and better.
So
And
true.
that's why I'm
Every
like,
goodbye is an even better hello.
yes.
And when you
Yes.
cling on to things that are not good for you,
Yep.
friendship, relationship, like some habit, whatever it is that you have to let go of, you're holding space for something that doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
And when you let go of it, all these good things come in,
Right.
and you're like,
Right.
wow. And when you have to shift your energy, otherwise it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same.
Yeah.
You have to change it.
And I think like the way that those kind of like sayings are just like in my head so easily is I feel like when I started my healing journey, I really wanted to make sure that I was like expressing gratitude and like realizing everything that I do have. Like now I don't have this person that I thought I was like really close to, or now I don't have whatever, but I have all these other things,
Right.
all these other great things in my life.
Right.
And I need to focus on these things now. And in that moment, it was myself.
You know, we talked about that a little bit, and I think like maybe the first episode, I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the biggest thing, or maybe it was the last episode, I don't know. Something that's so big that I feel like you don't hear a lot is that we spend so much time chasing after the things that don't want us.
Yeah.
Because we want them to want us.
Yeah.
But instead, we're not
You need to
focusing
let it
on
go.
what already loves us and
Yeah.
what's already great in our lives. And if you just kind of shift your perspective, like, I know it's easier said than done, but to
Yeah.
like be in a room and you're so worried someone hates you, but instead you could be like, look at this really awesome friend I have.
Exactly.
We have so much fun together. We're always laughing, you know.
Yeah.
Just like being grateful. It's actually so
Right.
important.
Well, and it's so much easier said than done,
It is.
right?
It's a practice.
So I guess the way that I got to where I am today is
Mhm.
app is like affirmations, and I have this widget on my lock screen.
Fake it till you make it, though, for real.
Yes, like that's what I did. I just
Right.
faked it.
Right. Because eventually
Yes.
your brain's like, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
right, like
Let's just yeah, girl.
just start spewing
Believing it.
positive
Start believing
energy and believing, and then it'll come.
You could tell yourself how happy you are.
Yes, like just pretend you're happy, and then you'll start being
Right.
happy.
Fake it till you make it. Seriously.
Like I was so
We are
depressed,
your
but I
unserious
faked.
therapist.
Yes, unserious therapist.
Fake your happiness till it's real. But like actually though.
Anyway, the widget right now says, I let go of negative thoughts towards myself or others. So it's just always on.
That goes perfectly with what we were saying.
I know. Well, and it's always
sorry,
like a
that
new
was so
one
cool.
on my lock screen. So I subconsciously read them throughout
It's true
the
though.
day.
It's true.
And even if I'm not reading it out loud, since I'm reading it throughout the day, I'm subconsciously like saying those things in my
Mhm.
head. And the more nice affirmations I say about myself, about my life, you know, the more you read it, the more it's going to be in your head and become a reality.
Your thoughts are your reality.
Yes, exactly. Everything.
You are more powerful than you know.
Yeah, you really are. Like,
For real.
you just have to
For
believe
real.
in yourself.
For real.
Honestly.
For real.
What is a great point to this
Hmm.
about focusing on yourself. I think a huge, important piece on fully loving yourself and being content with yourself
This is too real.
is not giving attention to like any dating for a little bit.
Oh my God. I have a friend. I won't say any names, but I have
Yeah.
a friend, and he's just a college friend, but we
Yeah.
like had a phone call like a month ago now, and we were
Mhm.
just catching up, and it was like an hour long of us catching up, and he
Yeah.
told me that he took a year or maybe it was 2 years off dating.
Yeah.
Or it's probably, I don't know how long, but it was, he set aside, I want to say it was 2 years,
Okay.
but he set aside that time to really focus on himself.
Okay.
And you can see it
Yeah.
in him, the improvement, like physically, mentally,
Yeah.
all of it.
Everything.
And people take breaks from drinking, they take breaks from, whatever it is. But nobody ever thinks to take a break from dating.
Right.
Nobody.
And talking, I'm not
talking.
I'm not speaking to a man.
No voice.
No
talk.
voice. Like just
Nothing.
myself and my friends.
Right.
That was it.
Like no
That was
entertaining anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
And if that's to each their own, but that's what I did to get to this place of like just so content with myself.
So you have
so
to be content and you have to be happy alone.
And that is such a powerful thing.
And one of my favorite things about myself is I'm never looking.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so content.
I like joke though all the time.
Well, right. We're right. I meet my husband every weekend.
Like Krissy and I. Right. Like, I feel like I don't want people to think we're like, we literally like,
no, get away.
We're like, get away.
No, like, I'm so.
Like, we're like, no, like, I literally met my husband at the gym.
Right.
But,
like, I joke too, but like, I'm never looking though. Like,
yeah.
What's been super helpful is just not looking for it just because I'm so content alone and I'm so go with the flow.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because like I said earlier, like if something comes, it comes and that's a plus. If it goes away, oh well, I'm already happy and content.
Right.
And like that's why when I meet people I don't really push for anything to happen. Like if it's happening, it's happening. The people who are meant to be in your life will stay.
Yeah. And if they're not, they will leave. If it's
meant to work out, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So just taking kind of that stress away.
Yeah.
And just being completely happy alone.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I want to get married and have kids. And it's always fun to have a crush, but I'm the main focus. I'm happy alone. Right. I will go have my own kids if I have to.
It's so fun to have a crush, obviously.
It is so fun.
But like, if you're just, we don't.
You're my crush.
You're my crush. But I guess to the point of that, we don't need male validation.
That's what it is. That's literally what it is.
We don't need that to
I don't care who's viewing
secure.
my stories, who's talking to me, who's hitting on me.
Well, is it fun?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's so silly.
It's so silly. Have you been keeping up with this season of The Bachelor? If you guys are listening and you're not caught up with The Bachelor, spoiler warning.
Will there be a spoiler? Like,
well, if people are like episodes behind.
Well, okay, well, I am up with it. I watch it.
Okay.
I watch it with my parents actually.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I made them watch it with me, and it's been so much fun because
I love The Bachelor.
If you haven't seen The Bachelor with your parents, I suggest you do that because it's
I have. It's kind of funny.
Their comments are funny.
Yeah.
This is their first season too, so they don't understand how it works. We watched The Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, my mom watched that with me. It was so funny.
But I think we all love Joey. I think we're all Joey fans. My mom definitely loves Joey.
Joey
loves him. We have the same birthday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a Taurus?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh.
No, but I think he did say in the episode that he was on the cusp, right? Didn't he say that?
He's
actually no, I'm thinking
hot.
of Love is Blind. I love that show.
I love Love is Blind too. No, Joey is fine.
I love Joey.
He has saved Bachelor Nation.
Who was your favorite girl though in this season? I really liked Maria. I love her. But I think she is not serious enough for marriage. Like, I think she's just there. Like, I feel mean. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, Maria. I love you. I just
I
think
love Maria too.
I think she self-sabotages because she's just used to like the toxic
Well, you know what I want to say?
relationships.
I relate to Maria
I love her.
because if I was there, I probably would have done the same thing.
Right, it's hard. I don't know how anyone does
Yeah.
it. But also,
Like,
I
in
have a hard
reality-
time sympathizing because she signed up for that.
Right.
You know.
But then I'm like,
Would
like,
you
what if
ever apply for The Bachelor?
I mean, maybe. Like, if someone signed me up, I wouldn't, like, be mad.
Oh, I forgot you could sign people up.
But, like, I would never sign up myself, no.
Really?
No.
You're kidding me.
No.
I've thought about it, but I used to
I would sign you up.
I used to just joke about it. Like
I
it
just
used to
want
just
to
be a
see...
joke. I was like, if I'm single when I'm blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
I'll
go on The Bachelor.
I'll go on The Bachelor. Like I used to joke about that, but now I'm like, what if this is the reality?
Right. Like, what if it's real?
Wait,
what if that
hold
actually
on.
has to happen?
What if that's true?
No.
I don't know though. I don't think I would want to date somebody who's like kissing everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to be.
Yeah. I want to be the only one.
Like that's like starting off on such a bad note, and then you have to like
and
say
it's
you win,
rushed.
right? Say you win.
Yeah.
You have to watch the whole season.
Oh, yeah. And then you have to
Oh
watch
my
all
God.
the girls post with him.
Right, and it's just that's not cool.
No.
Not cool.
I don't
I might go on Love is Blind. I think I love Love is Blind, and
I couldn't.
I think it's less time too than The Bachelor takes.
Yeah, I think it's only like 3 weeks.
Like yeah, well,
Like,
when you're in the
what?
pod,
How
I
is that
think
real?
you're in the pod for a month, and then you can go out to your normal life and
No.
have your phone back.
Like, I couldn't. Absolutely not. No.
Not that the phone matters, but like I'd want to like stalk them and see like what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I think
that if I wasn't like if I didn't care about my job so much, then yeah, I would go on it. One
same.
of them.
Bachelors like get to choose who goes.
No, the producers do. They like
Do
watch.
they have like preferences of like what
I
they
know
want?
that's why it needs to be investigated.
Not, but like
it
you
needs.
can just pick and choose.
No,
but
it
like,
needs
is
to
that
be
how it
looked
works?
at. It needs to be looked at.
I want like
You
a
can go-
full movie documentary of how The Bachelor is.
Well, I think the producers have a lot to do with a lot of things.
I
but
know. That's why I would love to see it.
I do think like whoever like the Bachelor or Bachelorette is, they also have say, but not as
Yeah.
much. Like, you know, when the people causing drama have to stay to like the final four, you know?
Yeah, like that's so annoying.
Right. Took some years
So,
off.
So when was the last season you saw before
I can't
this
even
one?
remember anyone's names ever. There's too many people.
Well, I started with Ari.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the guy?
The guy with the gray
I remember
hair.
him. I watched that season.
Yeah, they're still together.
Okay, good.
Yeah, which
Well,
is
that
nice.
tells you, that has to tell you
I
something.
think Bachelor in Paradise works pretty well.
I don't watch that.
Oh, Krissy, it's so good.
I've seen like
It's so good.
Love Island and stuff.
The last season wasn't good though.
But Love
Island's good.
It's good to have on in the background. Like I don't really actually
Yeah,
like watch
I agree.
it. I like to have something on in the background, but
I agree. I love Love Island UK. Like I could listen to a British accent.
can you imagine
All
if we
day.
both were on the same TV show, like dating the same person?
That would be kind of
Same
crazy.
people? Because
But
in
also,
all
I feel like you and me would like be so locked in with each other that it wouldn't like affect us, and then we would end up both going home.
well, right. But like also though, like in all of these shows,
Yeah.
everyone's dating each other.
Right, like you're all kissing each other, basically.
Like Love is Blind, you're going on dates with everyone.
Yeah.
Literally the whole time.
It's literally
Love
like
Island, everyone's
a
all
box
over each other.
of singles.
Bachelor and Bachelorette, you're dating the same person.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's
Yeah.
weird. That's actually weird.
They should make like singles only hours at bars.
Oh my God, stop. That'd be hilarious.
And you could just like show up with your friends and like mingle.
Well, I mean, I feel like most bars, like, you can tell when somebody's in a relationship.
Yeah, so they can leave.
That's awesome.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I am. Thanks to everyone that tuned in today and last week's episode. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And
We love the feedback. We
Yeah.
love the support.
we love the support and
I
the
like,
feedback.
my heart stops beating when someone, like, shouts us out or,
Yeah.
like, just, like, a text about what we talked
Yeah,
about.
like if you just say like,
Can you
we're
just like
cool, we
say
get
that
so
you're
happy.
here watching? Because
Yeah.
we love our silent supporters. Like,
yeah, but like we need to know.
I think that when we started this, and the people who like subscribed and like followed and like reached out, we didn't realize have been silently
Yeah.
supporting us
Yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah.
Like before this.
I know.
So it's just like it was really cute.
It's so cute.
And we love it.
We love
and
it.
We love you.
And we just thank you.
As always,
Stay vibrant. And thanks for watching. Stay
and slay
with Mel
and Krissy.
Bye.
They upset you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.